Hey, how's it going, folks? Ryan Kebe here with your Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, and today we are at Active Aging Community Center with the American Red Cross, joined by two ladies with the American Red Cross that are going to give us a lot of information so that we can get it out to you folks. We have Kim Michaels here, the account manager for the Northwest chapter here, and also Mary Rogers, the executive director of the Northwest chapter, and I believe that encapsulates 7 counties here in Northwest PA. Is that right?
Yes.
Nice. Now, Kim, if you could you go ahead and just give us a little bit of background on the American Red Cross and all the services that you guys provide, just for
Sure.
those who don't know?
So the American Red Cross provides 40% of the blood to hospital patients in need. We're the largest blood collector in the United States. Only like 3 of 100 people actually donate blood on a regular basis. So you can see why we're always pushing for people to come and donate blood. Um, we have blood drives all over the country at any given time. A donor can donate every 56 days, and we do have a lot of donors who donate 6 times a year. That's very helpful. If every person would just donate twice a year, we would not have an issue with the blood supply. We're coming up on some really tough months right now. Summer is really hard on the blood supply. More people are traveling. And less people are giving because they're on vacation, schools are closed. So if you have an opportunity to give blood, we ask that you do so.
Absolutely, like you said, if everyone would donate twice a year, how big of an impact that would have on the need. And that's one of the biggest needs that we have right now, is people donating blood and also the need for volunteers.
Yes.
Could you speak a little bit about the need for volunteers and, what exactly you need them for, right?
So I average about 30 blood drives every month across 9 counties. And we have.
You stay busy.
I do stay busy. And we have dedicated volunteers who come to the blood drive, register donors. We actually are sitting at a blood drive right now, and we have 2 committed volunteers over here registering donors. The volunteers also recruit donors, ask them to come in and donate blood. So we're always in need of volunteers.
Absolutely. And Mary, other than blood services that the American Red Cross provides, what other services, is the American Red Cross known for? I mean, I myself, would know for the disaster services. Recently people would think of, hurricanes over the last few years. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. Well, we provide a variety of services. Probably the biggest is disaster services. That's the one everybody knows, but they look at it as a national disaster, and while we do respond to those and we have volunteers that go to national deployments, we also have home fires like all the time in most of our counties. We average about 175 disasters a year in our own 7 counties. So we're always looking for volunteers to come and help us with that. We also have programs for the military. We work with the VA hospitals. We do emergency communications for our military members. And we have training services for health and safety training. As well as international services, restoring family link, things like that, for maybe refugee population that's coming in and lost track of a loved one in another country.
Wow, very interesting. That's a lot of stuff there I didn't even know about. Responding to fires locally. That's very interesting.
They also have a program where they install fire alarm systems free of charge into people's homes.
Wow, that's
They've been
incredible.
actively doing this.
That's incredible. More of the reason to support the American Red Cross and all the fine work that's happening here. With that being said, going over the donation process. I mean, I myself was a first-time donor the past couple of weeks ago, and To my surprise, it was a really easy experience. Could you tell us a little bit more about how the process works? I know that there's a period that you have to wait in order to donate multiple times.
Right.
Fill me in.
Well, thanks to Ryan, he contacted me a couple of months ago, and he was interested in helping out the community, and he wanted to sponsor a blood drive. So Ryan knows the process. He secured a space for us. He worked very hard. He had a schedule to fill. He filled it. He had a quota, and he exceeded his quota. So
Thank you.
And thank you. And we registered a lot of first-time donors. So that's part of the process, and that's part of the way you can help. There's so many different ways that you can help in the Red Cross. Becoming a volunteer, becoming a blood leader, a sponsor, hosting a blood drive, and then along with other myriad services as well.
And I'll just say, that, like you said, becoming a blood leader, I was able to have access to the portal on the website with all of those resources on there. So it really made what I had to do really just a click of the button. You send an email out, to get blood donors, and it was really an easy process made, thanks
Right.
to all the work that you guys already put into it. There was Facebook, digital art and things like that, email blasts for it, and so it was a really, really easy process.
And Ryan found our new little secret. It's our Red Cross blood donor app, and it's really kind of fun to play with. You download it. You can make your appointment after your blood is processed. Right now, until I think June 3rd, we're testing for the COVID antibody. So both Ryan and I, can I share?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are positive reactive, which means that our blood can be used to help a COVID patient in need. After a week or so, you'll get an email, and it'll tell you who you actually saved or who you helped. So you will get an email, and it'll tell you where your blood went. It won't tell you the name of the person, but it'll tell you who you helped, which is, I think, rewarding, and it makes you want to come back for more. So you'll have all of your information that you need on that blood donor app, including your blood type, and all your vital statistics. When you come to a blood drive, you enter a health history where they take your temperature, your pulse, your hemoglobin, and your blood pressure. So it's a nice way to track all your vitals. Each time you donate, it shows up to 100 past donations. So I know Ryan was excited about that blood donor app, and we encourage everybody to download that donor app and come out and give some blood.
It's such a cool app. It shows easily, again, just makes it so easy to donate. There's a list there of all the different donations in the area. Again, with all that donation history, and I know what my blood type is now, for the first time in my life, so that's obviously
in a couple
very
of
important.
weeks, it's going to give you a nudge too to make another appointment. So
Well, hey, I'm looking forward to it. And just want to go back to volunteers again, and the services that we were referring to, the disaster services, the national disaster services. I mean, we have some volunteers here that have done, some work, nationally here. Could you speak about the need, again, with the volunteers and how much, what they would really be needed for there?
Yeah, our biggest need right now is for disaster response volunteers, and those are the folks that go to the home fires and assist families at the scene of their, unfortunately, the loss of their homes in most cases. But we have volunteers that do casework. We have volunteers that might work with our military members. Office volunteers, blood donor ambassadors. So no matter how much time or how little time, or whether you want to work virtually or be boots on the ground, we kind of have a lot of different types of jobs. So we can find something that, meets the need of your interest and your time.
And in addition, when COVID hit, I know myself, a lot of the volunteers are elderly, and they just didn't want to put themselves at risk. So many of them just never came back, to volunteer. So if you're listening to this and you're looking for a way to help somebody else, the Red Cross has something for you, and I'm sure you'll get something back.
Well, I know that, just in my short time here, working with you guys, I've already seen, the amount of work that you guys do, and I can see how big of an impact, I can have, and I can tell it means a lot, and, thank you guys for everything that you do, and just want to, give a shout out to the American Red Cross, and thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Really
Thanks, Ryan.
appreciate the opportunity.
Perfect. Thank you.